Everybody, Russ, the Millennial Numismatist here, and it's a lovely Sunday morning here in Northwest Indiana. We just had a coin show yesterday, and it got me thinking about a couple topics, mostly related to bullion and silver. So yesterday was the Goodfellow Coin Club, that's here in Crown Point, Indiana. It was a local show, really nice little show. Did a whole heck of a lot of business, which really, really surprised me. So I kind of just want to talk about the state of the market and a little bit of stuff that's going on with silver and products that I think are a better buy than you might be buying right now. So yeah, like I said yesterday, we had a really, really good coin show, and I had a lot of people come in. And generally, in a coin show, people are always looking for deals, and I always talk with other dealers about what's going on with their inventory and how they're doing. And one of the big topics, as usual, was bullion. A lot of silver talk. And of course, the biggest topic is always these guys right here, this nice little tube of silver eagles. So, silver eagles are on the rise again. Premiums are getting stupid. I will be very transparent, as I usually am, with everybody that knows me and listens to me. Silver Eagles right now cost me about $10 to get. And when I mean about $10, I don't mean they cost me $8. I mean they cost me $9.85 to $10 a piece. And that's me as a dealer, somebody that does millions of dollars in business with the various distributors throughout the country. So these are very expensive prices. So with silver sitting at 24 an ounce, I've got to be charging between, 13 and $15 if I want to make even a little bit of money to make it worth my time. I actually really don't like having eagles right now. If any of you have ever stopped in my shop and asked for eagles, you know that generally the first words out of my mouth is you don't want them, they're too expensive, and I don't want to sell them to you. Because to be very honest, from a dealer perspective, when I have to do what I did last week and buy a monster box of them, that's 500 kids, um, that represents a significant amount invested for a product that I'm not going to make a lot of money on. So I don't like having silver eagles at the moment. I like having them because the premiums are good, but I don't like buying them. I really don't like selling them. So if you have to have silver in the 1 ounce form. I always recommend to people that come in, I always recommend 1 ounce rounds. These are Buffalo rounds from Elemental that I have a lot of at the moment. I will sell these by the roll for $4 over spot per coin. That's a heck of a lot better than 14 or $15 per eagle getting the same amount of silver. Some people can't stand generics, and I understand that. They want something government. I don't really see why, but that's what some people want. So if you have to do that, I would recommend maybe some Canadian maple leafs. These are 23s. I have a bunch of them right now. Um, right now they're like +7 in the shop. They're still kind of expensive. That does have a little bit to do with these are the last year of the Queen. They have the 1952 to 2022 privy mark on them for her reign. So these are kind of expensive government. There's always stuff like Austrian Philharmonics. These are 23s as well. These go for about the same as Canadian Maple Leafs right now. I do have some outliers right now. I have some King, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, King Charles Britannias. These are also a little bit pricey. Right now, I'm selling them for somewhere near $35 a piece per coin. I am bundling them as sets with like Queen Britannias because they're doing both this year for more like 30 per. So those are $6 or $7 a piece over as well. Um, of course, I still think right now some of the best buys in silver is going to be 10-ounce bars. If you can stomach, shelling out close to $300, because right now, these are going to be plus like 4 or 4.5, depending on the bar, the distributor, the day. So 10-ounce bars are always good. Kilo bars are great. Right now they're fairly cheap. They're like 350 an ounce over, depending on the day. Again, when we're talking premiums, premiums move all the time. So what you guys need to understand from dealers' perspectives is that when we're setting premiums, we're really looking at what it's going to cost us to replace in our inventory. So if premiums on Eagles are stupid, like they are now, and they're $10 a coin. Yeah, I bought a lot of Eagles when they were like $5 a coin, and so yeah, I could sell them for 9 over if I really wanted to, and I can make money. The problem is I have to replace that stock, and if you come in and you buy all my Eagles at $9 over, and I have to get them at 10 over, well, I'm in a little bit of trouble. So premiums move all the time. Keep that in mind. Of course, I do always have big boys in stock. This is a 100-ounce RCM. These are a pretty good buy right now. These are like 3 to 325 over. You can find cheaper bars, cheaper 100-ounce bars. Um, so they exist. Right now, I did do a show special, and I had some 1-ounce bars. I bought a big deal of silver, and I had a large amount of these. I got a great price on them, so I was able to sell them for like $4 a bar over, even as individuals, which is pretty darn good right now. I'm sure I'm going to get some people in the comments that are going to say things like, well, at my local shop, premiums are only $2 an ounce. They're only this, they're only that. And that could very well be true. I don't know how other people run their business. I know how I run my business and the realities of my business. I tell people all the time, they come in, they say, well, on the internet, I can get this for cheaper. And I say, I bet you sure can. Those guys, a lot of times, don't have to pay a staff like I do, a large staff. They certainly don't have to pay rent in downtown Chicago, and they don't have to, do other things that make my premiums a little bit higher. And I will tell you absolutely that if you're going to go look somewhere physical, a physical location, you're probably going to pay higher premiums. What you really need to remember is that we're all trying to feed our families, and we're not trying to gouge you, absolutely not. And any of you know me personally know that I'm pretty darn good about working with people, and if I can make something work, I generally will. So the silver market is kind of crazy right now. We're at 24 an ounce and some change. And premiums are just going up. I'm seeing a very strong market for bullion. Interestingly, a lot of people that have never considered precious metal buying or selling it are really getting into it. And what's interesting, I think, as well, is I'm seeing a lot of silver stackers, guys that were just purely into bullion, getting into the collectible side a little bit, which I think is really, really neat. I think it's fun. It's kind of the same thing on the numismatic side. I know a lot of guys that are collectors that wouldn't really consider themselves stackers that also, have started putting away more bullion. And I think it's a good idea. I think this market is crazy. I think we're all living in strange times. I don't think it ever hurts to hedge your bets a little bit, and that's really what precious metal is. So those are my rambling thoughts on this lovely Sunday morning. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, and I will see you guys next time.